Hello, I'm here with Cooking with the Kirbys. We haven't been on for a while, but we're always talking about credit, debt. So today we're gonna throw something together real quick. Some whiting fish, baked whiting fish with some long grain rice and some quarter de cob. So let's start with, cut this water up. Okay. First thing, we're going to be creative. A lot of people use this seasoning. Great seasoning. Great seasoning. So, now you only want to, with the baked fish, you don't want to use a lot of butter. Want a little bit of water, a little bit of butter. The reason why you want to use a little bit of butter, because of the cholesterol. You know, you want to keep your cholesterol numbers in a good range. So, we're going to go ahead and get the fish ready. Preheat the oven to about 400. Okay. And I'm not making nothing real fancy today. Something, you could just put together. I'll be doing other dishes this week. It's more to your liking. Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit of water to the fish. Not too much, just enough, based on what you're putting in there. So we're gonna put the seasoning on first. Now you don't have to put a lot. Just sprinkle. Just enough. Just enough to get a nice taste. I would say half a packet if you use the. Now let's see here. Now for each piece of meat that you have in the pan, you want to be careful. I would put 4 slices of butter. That's it. That's all you need. You don't have to. Most people like cover the whole pot. Listen, you don't have to do that. Oh, let me fix this. You don't actually have to do that. So we took care of that. We're gonna. Now, a lot of people, when they make rice, they burn up the rice. How do you burn up rice? Now, rice is simple. If you put enough water in there and let it cook, it'll boil. It basically boils down. Now, some people put too much water. It's based on what you want your rice to turn out. Some people like the rice dry. Some people like the rice saucy, where it gives it a better taste, a better flavor. So, I advise the average person to fill the pot up halfway with water. So then they have an option. They can cook it down, or they can wait, take it out, and then they can strain it. Listen, if they put a little bit too much, so what? Use a strainer. So you want to preheat the pan. I mean the pot. The reason why, because when rice cooks, you want that. Rice has a foam, so you want that boiled off. That's number one. Number two, the sugar contents. Rice has sugar. So, what happens? It turns into sugar when you eat it. So you want to boil it real hot so you don't get a lot of that sugar. A lot of that sugar evaporates into the pot. So that's why, again, you use a strainer. So, a lot of people don't know that. Most people that are diabetic shouldn't eat rice. And if they do, they should only... Be myself, I wouldn't advise a diabetic to eat no pasta, no rices, because that keeps your levels down. You know, but people that's not diabetic, you know, you should still be careful how much rice you eat and how much pasta you eat, because what happens is rice does a little bit of different things to a lot of different things. I mean, don't overeat it, put it that way. So, we're going to wait for that to boil. We need water for the corn on the cob. So let's get water for that. So, got that now. We're gonna put the seasoning on there. Let's see here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put the fish in. It's preheated. So we're gonna have the fish in. So let's see. Okay, now we're gonna wait for the rice to boil. But then let me just put this up. Okay. Just like I said, it's just something simple. Nothing too fantastic today. Yesterday was my birthday. Really didn't do nothing. It was actually wasn't a good day at all yesterday. So today I had to regroup and take care of business. We filed a lot of disputes today for people that have the credit repair, IRS disputes. We do other services, financing with different banks. Situations. You know, people call me up with evictions, with tax liens. You know, people that's about to lose their homes. People that need funding for a down payment. Now we also have a program where you can get assistance up to $48,000 for a down payment. There's so many programs out there for people that are trying to get a house and they're stuck. There's so many situations that it's possible. You can get stuck. You can do everything known to man. And you get to a point where you're stuck. You say, what do I do now? What do you do now? You call me. Because if you're stuck, I can get you out of any situation. Most companies say, oh yeah, we'll help you. I had a young lady today call me. Very, very nice lady. She says to me, I was with Lexington Law and my score hasn't moved one bit. She says, not 1 point. And I said, that's impossible. So, she says, what can you do for me that they couldn't? I said, I'm like magic. I make magic happen. So she says, okay, I want to come to you. I said, listen, once you sign up with me, I'm going to show you something. So me, I'm what you call half man, half amazing. Put it that way. So she says, okay, so she sends me her credit reports. She pays the fee. First thing, I tell her to take a step. I tell her, go online, do this, do that, do this. So she does it. She gets 45 points just for doing that. And I told her, if you continue to listen and do what I tell you to do, your score will rise. She said, wait a minute. How is it possible that my score went up 45 points? And I've been with Lex in the law for 6 months. She said, how is that possible? I said, it's a difference between somebody that wants to help you and somebody that appears to help you. And she was very happy. She says, okay, I want to go with you. I want to be serious. She said, I'll listen to anything you tell me to do. I said, your main thing is make sure you stay in contact. Make sure you do everything I tell you to do. Make sure if I say you something, act on it fast. Even if you can't, even if you're not in a position of acting on it, make sure you do it, you know, when it's available to you. So, this is what happens when other companies do a bad job. So, let's get back to cooking. Now, let's go ahead. We're going to put the rice in. Okay, the rice is in. We're going to stir it up. Blah, 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 blah. Make sure you rinse your utensils off. It's very important. Okay, so we're going to put it in the corn on the cob. Make sure you rinse the corn on the cob off. Very important. Rinse off all fruits, all vegetables. Very important. So, okay, so we got everything cooking. Now, you want to clean up your area while your stuff is cooking. You know, you want to make sure so when you're done, it's not too much to clean up. So, like I said, it's nothing too big, you know, just something decent. So like I said, the lady was very impressed. Now, some people that have credit issues take longer than others. And I say this because I've had customers in the past say, hey, well, you know, this didn't happen, that didn't happen. If you're not doing, there's something you're doing wrong. You know, if your score's not going up, there's a checklist. And I tell my customers, have you done the Experience Boost? Have you got the secure card? Them two things alone is 100+ points. So if your score is not going up, guess what? That's something you've done wrong. That's something you're not doing. Then I show my customers a $20 credit card method that triples your score. So just like I said, if it didn't work for you, that means you've done something wrong. What some people do is make the fault yours so they look good. When reality is this, failure is because you didn't take the initiative to do the right thing. To reach out and say, hey, example, if I tell you to mail reports in, I don't mean send them through email. It's faster. Yes, it's faster. But guess what? I'm going to tell you about the reporting agencies. Let's say, for example, you send me your report and it's through a PDF. And it's fine with me. But guess what? It's more work. Not just more work, but I'll tell you why. I send them a dispute form. Right? They look it over. They'll take off, but guess what? When you send them the actual file, you get more results. So that means, guess what? That means I have to go to a third cycle. Because why? You didn't send the credit reports from the second cycle. So I have a lady right now, young lady, trying to get a house. She's on her second cycle. She's at 7 something right now. She's happy. She's so happy. And guess what? She does everything I tell her to do. And she's there because guess what? Because she listened. And she followed this. I have another guy in North Carolina. On his second cycle, guess what? He calls me up. He said, Mr. Kirby, I don't need you to dispute nothing else. Because I'm at 750. He's right where he's supposed to be. He's about to get all the stuff that he's trying to do. And guess what? He succeeded. Success comes from listening. Success comes from paying attention. Success comes from being open-minded. Not doing what you want to do because you might think you know everything. You don't know everything. It might appear to you that you might know everything, but you don't. This is why I'm the credit repair specialist, because I know more. If I tell you you don't need a trade line, that means you don't. If I tell you I would advise you to get the trade line because it could help your score. If you're short, I only advise trade lines if a person is short of getting 100 points. And we've done everything we can to get you to that point. And it might take a little bit longer. Instead of you waiting, a trade line will speed up the process. And it will add value to your credit score and your value to your credit report. So that's important. But don't jump on the bandwagon. Think, well, if that person got a trade line, I should get a trade line. That's not how it works. And then you want to see the negative items on your credit report, because a trade line, when you add a trade line, it's positive points. But if you have negative items on your report, it's going to eat up the positive points. Then you won't see. I know a lady that got 4 trade lines. Thought she was everything in the world. Better than Superman. And guess what? She only got 9 points. And she said, Mr. Kirby, I don't understand why I only got 9 points. I bought the trade line from this company. She said, I bought 4 trade lines. So I examined her report. And I said, this is why. You have too many negative items. I said, they should have advised you to clean your credit up first, then get the trade lines. She said, well, is it too late? I said, no, it's not too late. I said, we can clean your credit up, and then you'll see that those trade lines start working for you. So, you have to be very careful who you get information from. Information is key, but you got to get the right information. So, so the rice is boiling. Everything's cooking. So, credit, 99% of the people on the planet have no idea that they are using the credit wrong. And guess what? Banks aren't going to tell you that. Banks are going to let you keep on swiping your card, and they're going to allow you to do that because so they make money. That's how they make money. If people started doing the right thing, banks wouldn't make as much money. People score with everybody would have good credit. The problem is people think that credit is free money. It's not free money. Credit cards were supposed to be used as a tool to get you the bigger ticket item that you truly need and want. Your credit cards are supposed to be used a little bit. Just enough so they stay active. So they can't take it away. But when you max out your card, and you think you can pay it the following month, it doesn't work that way. You know? It's like getting shot and dying. And you go up to heaven, and say, God, I was looking at a piece of lasagna before I got shot. Let me go back down there and eat it. He's going to say, no, I can't let you do that. Same thing. There is, put it this way, it's almost the same thing. You cannot max your card out and think, okay, if I pay it back, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. What's going to happen is your score's going to drop. Even though you put that money back on your card, it doesn't matter. It's going to drop. And guess what? When you put all that money back on your card, they're going to give you 25 points, but you're going to lose almost 70 points. Well, it might be a little less, and that's the way the credit game works. So you gotta be more responsible. You gotta play by the rules. That's just it. If you know you're gonna shop like crazy, get 3 cards so you can balance them out, and each of them will still have 30%. That's the smart way to do it. So the food is still cooking. There's so many different ways to increase your score. There's multiple ways. There's a thing called self-lender now. You can pay $25 a month. But guess what? Why pay $25 a month when you can get a secure card, put $200 on it, use the triple point method, plus you get 50 to 100 points when you first get it, plus you can average 30 points or less every month on it. So, there's so many different things, that you can do. And then I tell all my customers, use the Experian Boost. That's going to help you increase your score, and it's going to help you just in case something hits your credit report and you lose points, you get it right back. So that's like a parachute for credit. But that's only for Experian, So Yeah, but like I said, there's all kinds of different ways to increase your score. Okay, I gotta go because I got a lot of stuff to do tonight. Payments to kick out, and oh, also, I'm gonna tell people about an investment that is very good, very good. The only problem that I don't like about it is it's not 100% guaranteed. A lot of people look for guarantee. There is no such thing as guaranteed, you know. And if it is guaranteed, there's gonna be gaps. There's gonna be slow payments. You know, we have guaranteed investments, but sometimes the payments slow down. And what happens is that I have to continuously contact the affiliate. You know, I understand. You know, they have rules and regulations. You know, that's understandable. But the new one is a 10-day. I think it's a 10-day or 20-day one to invest in. You can make up to $4,000 if it hits a 10% cycle. It's not bad. Not bad for 20 days or 10 days. I advise people to go for the 20-day cycle because then you have a better chance of hitting that 10% cycle. It hasn't been tested yet. I'm going to test it this week, and I'm going to let everybody know how well it does. You know, but like I said, everything in life is not 100% guaranteed. So, with an investment, sometimes you have to. You know what? I've learned. I've been investing for a long time, and I've made a lot of money doing it. And I've learned every time I invest, if I sit back, fall back, and let the investment do what it's supposed to do, I know. Listen, if I know it's guaranteed, I know I'm getting my money one way or another. People that rush fail. People that rush in life don't. How can I put it? Don't see the bigger reward. The bigger reward is profitability. And if you know if you're in a guaranteed investment and you know you're getting paid, why rush? You know, it's just like drinking wine. You want to sip it, you want to enjoy it, you don't want to down it. What's the use of it? You want to take your time, you want to enjoy it. That's the problem. That's the problem with most people. They're always in a rush. I have an investment right now. I have 6,000 shares. It's an IPO. And it's $2 a share. The minimum is I think $250 to invest in. And I actually got a report on it that I'm gonna make more than I thought I was gonna make. So that's actually a big triple. So sometimes it benefits an individual to wait and fall back. I want to share this investment because I want to share the information because it's going to be like a second Google. I don't know if people are know about Google, but when Google came out, Google was at $80-something a share. You know, you bought it for $25, but it went to $86. I did well with Google. This one is a blessing because you're getting it's $2 a share. Plus, you get free shares, so you can really rack up on some shares and get a great deal. So, if you're interested, You can text me at 610-470-8992 and I'll send you the information. It's a great investment. And it's actually based on new blockchain technology. Yeah, they're still waiting on 70 patents. You know, the company's a great company to invest in. So you will actually read. I tell all investors, read over the whole entire website. They have videos on the website you can actually look at, and then you can make up your mind yourself if that's what you want to do. You know, it's always good to do research, to look into things. Yeah. So I have to go. Let me see. Okay. Looks like everything's almost done. Let me check it out. See. Okay. So the rice is done. And let's see. The corn is almost there. Let's check on the fish. The fish is almost done. So, let's talk about debt. A lot of people are in debt. Millions of people are in debt. And guess what? Their debt is just climbing, adding interest. There's a couple things you can do with debt. There's a couple things you can do with debt. You could get bill consolidation. But even with that, you're cornered in a corner thinking, how am I make the payments? It's a loan, but then you still owe. So ask yourself, what can you do? The new investment is a debt crusher investment. We're saying, okay, let's say whatever you make on the investment, let's say you make a couple $1,000s. That cycle, every time you hit a 10,000, you make from $1,000 to $4,000. If you do that multiple times, over and over and over and over, do you realize your debt will be paid in a matter of months? Something to think about. There's so many different things, so many different ways you can pay your debt. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, the cord is done. Let's let it cook a little bit longer. Okay, the fish looks about almost done, so we're going to go ahead and take the fish out. Check it and see if it's done. Oh man. Okay. I always tilt the pan so we get the juices from the bottom of the pan. It's better than using table salt. Okay, that looks done. Let's see. Now let's get a plate here. Let's show you how delicious this is going to look. So now this is baked fish. Baked fish is healthier. I know a lot of people say, oh, why you didn't make fried fish? You know, so every now and then you got to have something healthy. And the rice here. Whoa. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. So, here we go. That sunlight, yeah. Look at that fish. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. So, that's it for Cooking with the Kirbys today. Thank you and have a great night.